Hey wildlife fans, welcome to an incredible journey across our planet. We're going to explore some of the most amazing places on Earth, from the steamy jungles of the Amazon to the frozen landscapes of the Arctic. Before we get started, let's talk about a big word: biome. What is it? Think of it like this: Earth is a giant house, and biomes are all the different rooms in that house. Each room has its own special climate, its own decorations like plants and trees, and its own residents, which are the animals. Some rooms are hot and wet, like a steamy bathroom, while others are cold and dry, like a freezer. It's this combination of climate, plants, and animals that makes each biome unique and totally wild. So, how many of these rooms are there? Scientists have identified 14 major terrestrial biomes, which means they are on land. These range from dense forests to wide-open grasslands and scorching deserts. Each one is a world of its own, with a delicate balance that has been perfected over millions of years. The types of plants that can grow in a biome determine what kinds of animals can live there. For example, you won't find a polar bear in the desert because there's no ice to hunt on and it's way too hot. And you won't find a camel in the rainforest because there's too much water and not enough of the tough plants it likes to eat. It's all connected, a perfect puzzle of nature. Understanding these biomes is like getting to know the personality of our planet. It helps us see why certain animals live where they do and how they've adapted to survive in their special environments. A toucan's giant, colorful beak is perfect for cracking nuts in the rainforest, while a fennec fox's huge ears help it stay cool in the desert heat. These are the stories of survival, and they all start with the biome. In this exploration, we're going to visit each one, meet some of its famous animal residents, and see some of the most breathtaking landscapes our world has to offer. So grab your gear, because this adventure is just getting started. Our journey will take us to every corner of the globe. We'll see how different amounts of rainfall and different temperatures create totally different worlds. Some biomes, like the tropical rainforests, are bursting with life, holding more species of plants and animals than anywhere else. Others, like the tundra, seem empty at first glance, but are home to some of the toughest creatures on Earth. Every single biome plays a critical role in keeping our planet healthy. They work together like a giant team, regulating our climate, cleaning our air, and providing homes for millions of species, including us. Let's dive in and meet these incredible natural wonders. First stop, the tropics. Let's start with the most famous of all, the tropical and subtropical moist broadleaf forests, or as we know them, rainforests. These are the planet's hotspots for biodiversity. They get a ton of rain and stay warm all year long, creating a lush, green world that's buzzing with life. The Amazon rainforest in South America is the biggest one, so vast it stretches across 9 countries. It's home to incredible animals like jaguars, poison dart frogs, and the amazing electric fish found in places like the Central Amazon Conservation Complex in Brazil. In Africa, the Congo Basin is home to forest elephants and our close relatives, the bonobos, in Salonga National Park. These forests are truly the lungs of our planet. Not all tropical forests are soaking wet though. Let's check out the tropical and subtropical dry broadleaf forests. These biomes have a long dry season where many trees lose their leaves to save water. It's a totally different vibe, but still packed with amazing wildlife. In India, Gir National Park is a famous dry forest that is the last wild home for the Asiatic lion outside of Africa. Can you believe it? The entire world population of these majestic cats lives in this one special place. In Costa Rica, the Área de Conservación Guanacaste is a UNESCO World Heritage Site that protects one of the best dry forests in Central America, showing how nature can thrive, even with less rain. Now, let's step out of the trees and into the vast open spaces of the tropical and subtropical grasslands, savannas, and shrublands. You probably know these as the African savanna. This is the land of acacia trees, sweeping golden grasses, and some of the most iconic animals on Earth. Think of the great wildebeest migration in Tanzania's Serengeti National Park, where millions of animals travel in search of fresh grass. This biome is also home to lions, giraffes, zebras, and elephants. In Nepal, Chitwan National Park is a grassland habitat that protects the greater one-horned rhinoceros and Bengal tigers. These grasslands are a stage for one of the greatest wildlife shows on Earth. Each of these tropical biomes is a masterpiece of evolution. In the rainforests, animals like monkeys and sloths have adapted to live their entire lives up in the trees. In the dry forests, creatures have learned to survive months without rain, waiting for the wet season to bring life back to the landscape. And on the savannas, speed is key. Cheetahs are built for incredible bursts of acceleration to catch their prey, while gazelles are designed for endurance to escape them. It's a constant dance of survival, shaped by the sun, the rain, and the land itself. These places are not just beautiful, they are living, breathing examples of nature's genius. Let's head for higher ground. Our next biome is the Montane grasslands and shrublands. The word montane means mountain, so these are high-elevation grasslands found on the world's tallest mountain ranges. It's cold up here and the air is thin, but the views are out of this world. The largest expanse is on the Tibetan Plateau, known as the roof of the world. This is the kingdom of the elusive snow leopard, the Tibetan fox, and the sturdy kiang, a type of wild ass. In South America, the Andes Mountains have their own montane grasslands, where you can find Huascarán National Park in Peru, a place of stunning turquoise lakes and towering peaks that are home to unique animals like the vicuña. Life in these high-altitude biomes is tough, so the animals here are incredibly resilient. The Ethiopian highlands are another spectacular example, home to Simien Mountains National Park. This UNESCO site is the only place in the world where you can find the Walia ibex, a wild goat with massive curved horns, and the Galata baboon, famous for the bright red patch on its chest. These baboons are the world's only grass-eating primates, perfectly adapted to their mountain home. The plants are special too, often growing low to the ground to protect themselves from the wind and cold. This biome shows us that life can flourish even in the most extreme conditions. Now let's come down from the mountains and step into the water. Welcome to the flooded grasslands and savannas. These are low-lying areas that are seasonally or permanently flooded with water, creating a unique mix of wetland and grassland. One of the most famous examples is the incredible Okavango Delta in Botswana. It's an inland delta, meaning the river spreads out over the land and never reaches the sea. Every year it transforms the dry savanna into a lush water world, attracting elephants, hippos, crocodiles, and an amazing variety of birds. It's a magical place, a true oasis in the middle of the Kalahari Desert. Another mind-blowing flooded grassland is the Pantanal, located in Brazil, Bolivia, and Paraguay. It's the world's largest tropical wetland, a giant sponge that soaks up water during the rainy season and slowly releases it during the dry season. This makes it a crucial refuge for wildlife, attracting jaguars that have become expert caiman hunters, as well as giant river otters and capybaras. In the United States, Everglades National Park in Florida is another world-famous example. It's a slow-moving river of grass that supports alligators, manatees, and countless wading birds. These flooded biomes are vital for so many species, acting as nurseries, feeding grounds, and sources of fresh water. Get ready to explore two of the smallest but most fascinating biomes on our planet. First up, let's visit the mangroves. This is actually the smallest biome in the world by land area, but it punches way above its weight in importance. Mangroves are special forests that grow along coastlines and salty water. Their tangled roots create a unique habitat that is part land and part sea. They act as a natural barrier, protecting coastal communities from storms and erosion. Plus, those roots are the perfect nursery for baby fish, shrimp, and crabs, making them incredibly important for both wildlife and local fishing economies. They are hot, wet, and teeming with life. One of the most incredible mangrove forests is the Sundarbans, which stretches across India and Bangladesh. This UNESCO World Heritage Site is the largest mangrove forest in the world and is famous for a very special resident, the Bengal tiger. These tigers are unique because they have adapted to a semi-aquatic life, swimming through the waterways and hunting in the muddy shores. In Mexico, the Ciencan Biosphere Reserve on the Yucatan Peninsula is another stunning mangrove ecosystem, providing a home for jaguars, pumas, and a huge number of birds. Even the Everglades in Florida has one of the largest mangrove systems in the Western Hemisphere, showing how these forests are critical coastal guardians. Next, we'll visit another rare and special biome, the tropical and subtropical coniferous forests. These are forests of pine trees and other conifers, but unlike their northern cousins, they are found in the warm tropical regions of the world, usually at high elevations. This biome is the second smallest, and most of it, nearly 70%, is found in Mexico and Central America. The climate here is cooler than the surrounding lowlands, creating a unique environment where tropical and temperate species can sometimes meet. These forests are often misty and cool, a quiet world of towering pine trees. The most famous example of this biome is without a doubt the monarch butterfly biosphere reserve in Mexico. This UNESCO site is nothing short of magical. Every year, millions upon millions of monarch butterflies fly thousands of miles from Canada and the United States to spend the winter here. They cluster together on the fir trees in such huge numbers that their wings make the branches droop. When the sun comes out, they all take flight in a swirling storm of orange and black. It's one of the most spectacular wildlife migrations on the planet, and it all happens in this very small, very special coniferous forest biome. It's a powerful reminder that even the smallest biomes can host some of nature's greatest wonders. Now let's move out of the tropics and into the temperate zones, areas with 4 distinct seasons: spring, summer, autumn, and winter. First, we'll explore the temperate broadleaf and mixed forests. These are the beautiful forests many of us are familiar with, full of deciduous trees, like oak, maple, and beech that change color in the fall. This biome gets a good amount of rain and has a wide range of temperatures throughout the year. It's also the biome with the most UNESCO World Heritage Sites, over 350 of them. In North America, Great Smoky Mountains National Park is a perfect example, famous for its incredible diversity of salamanders, 31 species. These forests are found all over the world, and are home to some amazing animals. In Europe, the ancient Białowieża forest in Poland and Belarus is a UNESCO site that protects the European bison, the continent's largest land animal. Plitvice Lakes National Park in Croatia is another gem, with cascading waterfalls and forests that are home to brown bears, wolves, and Eurasian lynx. Over in China, which has the largest portion of this biome, the Hubei Shenongjia Reserve protects huge primary forests and the adorable golden snub-nosed monkey. And way down in Australia, the Tasmanian wilderness is home to the fierce and fascinating Tasmanian devil. Next, let's head into the temperate conifer forests. These forests are dominated by evergreen trees like pines, firs, and spruces, and they are found exclusively in the northern hemisphere. It's cooler here than in the broadleaf forest, but these woods are full of life, especially mammals. In fact, this biome has the highest mammal species richness of any temperate biome. The United States and Canada hold the largest stretches of these forests, including famous places like Yosemite, Yellowstone, and Olympic National Parks. These are the lands of grizzly bears, elk, moose, and bald eagles. The temperate conifer forests are also home to some of the biggest and oldest living things on Earth. The giant sequoia and coastal redwood trees of California are true giants, reaching for the sky and living for thousands of years. In Asia, these forests provide a critical habitat for one of the world's most beloved animals. The Sichuan giant panda sanctuaries in China are located in this biome. These cool, misty mountains are covered in bamboo, the panda's main food source. It's the perfect place for these gentle giants to live. From the towering redwoods of America to the panda sanctuaries of China, these forests are truly special places. Let's leave the dense forest behind and venture into the wide open spaces of the temperate world. Our first stop is the temperate grasslands, savannas and shrublands. Imagine vast, rolling plains of grass stretching as far as the eye can see. These areas are drier than forests and are known for their hot summers and cold winters. In North America, these are the prairies, the historic home of massive herds of bison. Today, you can still get a sense of this landscape in places like Badlands National Park in South Dakota, home to bighorn sheep and speedy pronghorn antelope, the fastest land animal in the Western Hemisphere. This biome goes by different names around the world. In Eurasia, it's called the steppe, a massive belt of grassland that stretches from Eastern Europe all the way to China. It covers huge parts of countries like Kazakhstan and Mongolia, and it was the historic highway for nomadic cultures and their herds of horses. In South America, these grasslands are known as the Pampas in Argentina. This is the land of the gaucho, the South American cowboy, and home to animals like the rhea, a large flightless bird similar to an ostrich. These open landscapes are shaped by wind, fire, and grazing animals, which all help keep the trees from taking over. Now for a biome that feels like a permanent vacation, the Mediterranean forests, woodlands, and scrub. This biome is found in just a few places with a very special climate: warm, dry summers and mild, rainy winters. The most famous region is, of course, around the Mediterranean Sea, but you can also find it in California, Chile, South Africa, and parts of Australia. The plants here are tough and often have waxy or small leaves to save water during the dry summer months. Think of olive groves, lavender fields, and tough scrubby bushes known as chaparral. This sunny biome is home to a fantastic variety of wildlife, especially reptiles that love the warm weather. In California, Pinnacles National Park is a key habitat for the critically endangered California condor, a magnificent bird with a massive wingspan that soars on the warm air currents. In South Africa, the Cape Floral region is a UNESCO site and a biodiversity hotspot with an incredible number of unique plant species found nowhere else on Earth. Nearby Addo Elephant National Park is famous for protecting the Big Seven, the usual Big Five: lion, leopard, rhino, elephant, buffalo, plus the great white shark and southern right whale in the coastal waters. It's a perfect example of this biome's unique blend of land and sea. Let's bundle up because we're heading north to the colder parts of our planet. Our first destination is the Boreal forests, also known as the taiga. This is the largest land biome in the world, forming a massive, continuous belt of coniferous trees that stretches across North America, Europe, and Asia, just below the Arctic Circle. Imagine endless forests of pine, spruce, and fir trees, dotted with countless lakes and rivers. Russia holds over 60% of this biome, and it covers a huge part of Canada too. The winters here are long and very cold, while the summers are short but can be surprisingly warm. Life in the taiga is tough, so the animals that live here are true survivors. This is the realm of the moose, the largest member of the deer family, as well as lynx, wolves, and brown bears. Many of the birds that live here are migratory, flying south to escape the harshest part of winter. The boreal forest is also incredibly important for our planet's climate, as its trees and soils store huge amounts of carbon. In Canada, Wapusk National Park on the shores of Hudson Bay is a critical boreal forest habitat. Its name means white bear in the Cree language because it's one of the world's most important denning areas for polar bears. Now let's travel even further north, beyond the tree line, to our next biome, the tundra. This is the coldest biome on Earth. It's a vast, treeless landscape where the ground beneath the surface, called permafrost, is permanently frozen. The name tundra comes from a Finnish word that means treeless plain, and that's exactly what it is. It has very low precipitation, almost as little as a desert, and the growing season is incredibly short. For most of the year, it's a world of snow and ice, but during the brief summer, the top layer of soil thaws and the landscape bursts to life with low-lying flowers, mosses, and lichens. The tundra might seem empty, but it's home to some of the hardiest animals on the planet. This is the land of the Arctic fox, the muskox, and the snowy owl. It's also famous for the great migrations of caribou, also known as reindeer in Eurasia. Huge herds travel hundreds of miles across the tundra every year in search of food. An incredible UNESCO site that spans Canada and the USA, called Kluane Wrangell St. Elias Glacier Bay, Tachinshini Alsek, contains vast areas of tundra and the world's largest non-polar ice field. In Sweden, the Laponian area is another tundra UNESCO site, home to the indigenous Sami people and their ancestral tradition of reindeer herding. Prepare for the heat as we journey into the deserts and Xeric shrublands. This is the second largest biome on Earth, and it's defined by one thing: a lack of water. Deserts get less rain than any other biome, making them some of the most extreme environments on our planet. But don't let that fool you. They are full of life. Plants like cacti and succulents have evolved amazing ways to store water, while many animals are nocturnal, meaning they only come out at night to avoid the scorching daytime sun. This biome is found on every continent, typically around the tropics of Cancer and Capricorn. The world's deserts are famous for their stunning, stark beauty. The Sahara in North Africa is the largest hot desert in the world, a vast sea of sand and rock. In Australia, deserts cover a huge portion of the continent, and places like Uluru Kata Tjuta National Park are sacred sites with breathtaking rock formations. Australia's deserts are also a global hotspot for reptile diversity, But perhaps the most unique desert location is the Galapagos Islands. These volcanic islands on the equator are a living museum of evolution, as UNESCO calls them, where Charles Darwin developed his famous theory. Animals like marine iguanas and giant tortoises are found nowhere else on Earth. Let's not forget the deserts of the Americas. In South America, the Atacama Desert is the driest non-polar desert in the world. Some parts haven't seen significant rain in centuries. In North America, we have the iconic landscapes of the Grand Canyon and the Sonoran Desert, which is home to the saguaro cactus. The El Pinacate and Gran Desierto del Tar Biosphere Reserve in Mexico is a UNESCO site with giant craters and incredible shifting sand dunes. Animals here are masters of survival, like the camel with its ability to go long periods without water, and the fennec fox, which uses its oversized ears to radiate heat and stay cool. There's one more extreme environment we should visit, though it's not officially one of the 14 biomes. It's the ecoregion known as rock and ice. This category includes the most barren and inhospitable places on Earth, like the massive ice sheets of Greenland and Antarctica, and the highest mountain peaks. These places are even colder and drier than the tundra. Life here is almost non-existent, limited to tiny organisms like bacteria and algae. But these places are still incredibly important. The ice sheets act as the world's air conditioners, regulating global temperatures. And the high peaks, like Mount Everest in Nepal's Sagarmatha National Park, are a source of fresh water for billions of people as their glaciers melt and feed the world's great rivers. We've been on an incredible adventure, haven't we? From the steamy depths of the Amazon rainforest to the frozen plains of the Arctic tundra, we've seen how diverse and wonderful our planet is. Each of the 14 biomes is a unique world, with its own climate, its own cast of plants, and its own amazing animal characters. They are the result of millions of years of evolution, creating perfectly balanced ecosystems where every living thing has a role to play. The toucan's beak, the polar bear's fur, the cactus's spines. These are all solutions to the puzzles presented by each specific biome. These biomes aren't just pretty places to visit or see in documentaries. They are essential to the health of our entire planet. The forests produce the oxygen we breathe. The wetlands filter our water. The grasslands and soils store vast amounts of carbon, helping to keep our climate stable. The mangroves protect our coastlines from storms. They all work together as one giant interconnected system. What happens in one biome can affect others thousands of miles away. The health of the Amazon rainforest, for example, influences weather patterns all across the Americas. We are all connected to these wild places, whether we realize it or not. Unfortunately, these precious biomes are under threat. Climate change, deforestation, pollution, and habitat loss are putting immense pressure on these natural worlds. When we lose a biome, we don't just lose trees and animals. We lose the vital services they provide. We lose the potential for new medicines that might be discovered in rainforest plants. We lose the stories and cultures of indigenous peoples who have lived in harmony with these places for centuries. We lose a piece of our planet's soul. The tropical rainforest heritage of Sumatra and the Everglades National Park are both on the list of World Heritage in danger, a stark warning that we are at risk of losing these treasures forever. The good news is that it's not too late. We have the power to protect these incredible places. By making sustainable choices, supporting conservation efforts, and learning as much as we can about our natural world, we can all become guardians of our planet. Protecting biomes means protecting wildlife, protecting our climate, and protecting our own future. So let's continue to explore, to learn, and to be amazed by the wonders of our world. And let's work together to make sure that these 14 amazing biomes, these incredible rooms in our planetary home, are still here for generations to come. The adventure of conservation is the most important one of all.